Welcome to all of our to high school and beyond family. We are excited to have another Hickory High School graduate, a 2003 Hickory High School graduate who is now working with Legacy Dream Homes in Rock Hill, South Carolina. She is a Hickory native. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted because we were going to claim all the glory of Miss Candice Wilson. Thank you for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited. So, yeah.
Well, good. How about we get started and you tell us what you did after high school? Like when you graduated from Hickory High School, what did you do? College, work? What did you start off doing?
Oh man, so after high school, I feel like I was still trying to figure out life and what I wanted to do. So I actually went to the Art Institute of Charlotte, and I didn't finish there, but I was going for interior design. I loved it, and then from there, I just started working, and I was working at the airport for 7 years as a supervisor, and I became a trainer, and then I left there. Well, I went to school for medical assisting at Central Piedmont in Charlotte, the community college. I went to medical assisting there. That was a 2 year program. I started in medical assisting and I worked for a neurologist. I loved it. However, she closed down her office because she was getting older. She was working too many hours. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get my license for insurance, and because we had to know about insurance as a medical assistant. So I did that, and I was in insurance for probably about 4 years. And then in 2000, the end of 2017, right after Christmas break, we came back. They called us in the room, and they told us that they was laying us off. And
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, that was my second time after a medical assistant, working at the neurologist. I was laid off. And then I was laid off there. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. I was already interested in real estate. God had put people in my life that kind of introduced me to that in Charlotte. And from there, I just went to school and I just started doing real estate. So I've been doing it full time for 3 years. And I was doing a little bit part time while I was still working. So,
Okay. So I think it's funny that you said you loved interior design and
yeah.
now you are in real estate. How are
Yeah.
those two kind of related?
Oh man, you gotta know how to put stuff together if you're gonna sell a house. You can't just put a house on the market and it's looking like anything. Clients want to know that you are well versed and know what you're doing and can put that house together and get it sold fast. So I use that a lot when it comes to helping clients like look at a house. Like say they're gonna buy a house and it's not like everything they want. I can give them some tips like, well, you can do this and do that and kind of help them visualize and making it at home, for them. And then also, like I said, if you're going to sell a house, you got to give clients some tips on how to make that house look good, because when people walk in there, they want to be like, oh yeah, I can see myself living here. So interior design absolutely helped with my real estate career.
So what attracted you to real estate? Because you said interior design and then you did some worked at the airport some and then you did the medical assisting and the insurance. But what attracted you to real estate?
Well, honestly, I always been interested in real estate. When I was younger, I used to always watch HGTV. It's just I never knew how to get into it. So just being young and then taking interior design in high school, going to the Art Institute of Charlotte and meeting people and talking to people, I knew I wanted to be in real estate. I just didn't know where, how, where to start. Yeah, it started at a very young age. So I have a really huge passion for what I do.
So who helped you? You said you didn't know what to do. Who helped you? What did you do to get started?
Well, when I got to Charlotte, I don't know, but most people know I'm kind of shy. So working
What?
in the airport,
Dr. Candace,
I am shy. So working in the airport kind of helped me get out of that stage. So when I got to Charlotte, I just started talking to people, networking with people. And then I met a really good friend, and he was a wholesaler. So he's in real estate, but he's not like a realtor. He just like flips and sells homes. So he the one that really nurtured me, took me under his wing, showed me the ropes. And I was like, I want to be a real estate agent. And, he was like, well, start going to different networking events, start going to trainings now, get your name out there, because real estate is all about networking. You have to be able to network and talk to people. So once he did that, and then I started going to the different trainings and meeting people and talking to realtors, I went to real estate school, and that's only about 3-month or 4-month course. It's extremely hard. You go through 19 chapters in that little bit of time. So yeah, that's kind of how I got started. Went to real estate school. I did not pass on my first try, so I went right back because the test is hard. The test to me was harder than my medical assistant test, and that was 5 sections. This test was hard. Every question was like 2 paragraphs long. So after I went back the second time, I passed the class test on the first try, and then you have to take a state exam, and then with the state exam, you get your license. So that's kind of how I started. I went to Keller Williams first, and the reason why I went to Keller Williams Realty first is because they are known for training. And in this industry, the school they don't teach you how to do real estate. You have to get some training and get out there. So that's kind of how I got started. And from there, I've just been rolling ever since.
I'm going to assume, I'm not in real estate, and I hear, I watch HGTV also. I love it. Mm-hmm. But what are like your day-to-day duties? And I know every day is different. So
it just depends. So typically every day I am constantly looking for new clients. You have to put yourself out there. Social media is where I spend a lot of my time because that's where people are. So I don't try to spend a lot of money in my business because you don't want to start backwards. So you want to use the free advertisement. So I spend a lot of time trying to find business and trying to find new ways to make my business better. So that's mostly what my day is like. Once I get a lot of clients, I do have to show houses a lot, which is my favorite part, but it's more to just showing houses. You have to be able to find like any leaks and things like that. So once we find the house, there's a lot of paperwork that goes into it. I'm basically like the middleman between the client that's buying the house, the lawyer, the home inspector, the appraiser, the lender. Like I'm that person that keeps everything together to make sure that the person has a smooth transaction and they get to the closing table.
What would you classify as some of the biggest rewards of working in real estate?
Oh man, people think it's the money. So let me
okay. Yeah, put that on the table.
People think it's the money, but in real estate, it takes 60 to 90 days to see your money. And it takes about 8 months from when you first get out of real estate school to get your first deal. So what's most rewarding for me is, yes, I like the money, but it takes a while to get there, right? So I just like being my own boss. I get to make my own schedule. If I need to go on vacation, I don't got to wait for my boss to approve it. I just need to make sure all my clients good, get somebody to jump in for me to help out if I need to. And depending on where I go, I can work right from my computer, and I can work from anywhere. Like if I want to go outside for the day and just get some fresh air and work, I can do that. If I want to go to lunch for 2 hours, catch up with a friend, I can do that. And I could just be myself. Working in the insurance, I was in a call center type setting, and you got to put on your fake voice and all that stuff. In real estate, my clients love that I'm transparent, I'm myself. I try to make it fun, and I'm just me, and they like that. They like to see me, the genuine, the transparency. So that's what's most rewarding for me. Yet, like I said, the money is great, but I tell people all the time, it takes time to get there.
Right. So on the flip side of that, what would you say are the biggest challenges for working in real estate?
Being consistent. When you work in corporate America, you always have that boss that's always on, like you always got a deadline. You always got somebody to answer to. In this world, you have no one to answer to. And if you're not constantly working, trying to find new business, staying in your business, trying to make it better, like you're not going to make any money. You can stay in the bed for 2 weeks and nobody going to say nothing to you. But you're going to get any money or be successful, or your business is not going to grow. So being consistent is one of the hardest things, and discipline in this industry. That's why the turnover is so high, because people just see the money and the glory and the end, but they don't see, like, we have to work for free a lot. And I tell people that all the time. Like, that first year I had to work for free a lot, and they're like, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm constantly trying to find people, I'm constantly having to be on the computer, I'm constantly having to talk to people about real estate, but I'm not getting paid for that. But if I don't do that, then I'm never going to get paid. So
Right.
yeah, so that's just tough, in my opinion.
I got you. I got you. So you've been doing this for what? You said 3 years now?
3 years full time. Yep.
3 years full time. What would you say has been your biggest accomplishments so far?
Just the growth in my business. Man, I'm so blessed. God has blessed me. Even during the pandemic, I was busy. During the pandemic, when everything shut down, I was working like 7 days straight for like 3 months.
Wow.
And for me, it didn't hit me because I'm doing what I love and I'm just rocking and rolling and moving. But each year, I have doubled my salary. This year will be the first year that I hit 6 figures. And that's only by the grace of God. And yes, so I'm excited about that. Not excited about the taxes, but I am excited about.
Of course.
So I think that's my biggest success, is just watching myself grow. And sometimes I'm just like, wow, I'm like really doing this, but I'm doing it effortlessly because it's something that I love. So that in itself, and then clients telling me that they enjoy working with me, and like I'm getting so many referrals from clients now. Like, it's just so rewarding to be doing something that I love and to be successful and to make people happy. So
Now, Candice, we go back way back, and I could go on and describe your personality, and the list will go on and on because I love your energy. What would you say are the top 3 skills you think someone, if they're interested in real estate, what are the top 3 skills you think that they would have to be successful?
Number one, you have to be a leader. You have to be a go-getter. You got to be a self-starter. And that's all of those things are what a leader is. Because like I said, you have nobody telling you to go do it. You got to be ambitious. Like, you got to want this. You got to be hungry for it. You got to be willing to work for free. You got to be willing to talk to people when you don't feel like it. I mean, you just got to be hungry and disciplined. You got to be able to discipline yourself. You know, when I went to real estate school, I had to cut out hanging out with my friends, you know, just going out. Like, I had to cut all of that out because you have to study 40 hours outside of class to get it done. And my teacher told me that the first time. I was like, oh, yeah, right. No, he was serious. So you have to be disciplined. And even after school, like, you have to be disciplined to say, okay, I'm gonna get up every day at 9 o'clock and I'm gonna start working. Like, I'm gonna make sure I follow with my clients. I'm gonna make sure I do this. I'm gonna make sure that I'm taking trainings. Like I said, nobody's telling you what to do. So you definitely have to be disciplined.
Okay. All right. So what with this whole platform that we're using right now, we're trying to reach our middle school and our high school students because there's so many different pathways out there. There's so many different routes that each individual student's going to take to get there. But what would you tell middle school and high school students that they should be doing right now? If this is something they really want to do, what should they be doing right now to prepare?
When people used to tell me in school, your network is your net worth, that is absolutely 100% true. Right now, you should be networking, getting out there, getting into different programs, volunteering, whatever you got to do, just get out there, let people know you. Just, you know, shine, like be a leader, and, you know, surround yourself with people that have like goals. They may not want to be a realtor, but you know, they have like goals. They want to go to college. They have goals in mind. They have things that they want to do in life. So I just say network, 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 network. Even if your parents getting on your nerves about joining different organizations, do it. If it's a club out after school, do it. Like, just make sure you network. And if there's any opportunities for you to like get in front of like doctors and lawyers and people like that, make sure you do that, because those are the people that's when you go back and say, hey, I'm a realtor, they'll be like, oh yeah, well, I know you from when you was younger in high school. I know how you work. Yeah, of course I'll give you some business. So I think that's the most important thing. I wish I would have done that a little bit more. But yeah, definitely. Your network is your net worth.
Well, I think you did a lot. I could talk about your days as a DECA officer too, and
Yeah.
you was leading business doing things. So I hadn't forgot that for sure. But as we close, is there any parting words that you want to leave for our viewing audience?
I do. So like for me, and I don't know if it's still like that because I did graduate way back when. But for me, I felt like, when I was in high school, the 4-year college was pushed on me. I felt like I had to go to a 4-year college, but if that's not what you want to do, just make sure you're setting yourself up to do whatever it is you want to do. You can go to a 2-year college and make great money. You don't have to go to a 4-year college and getting all this debt to make great money. There are plumbers that make over 100K a year. Like I said, in real estate can take you wherever you want it to go. If you only want to make $40,000 a year, you can make $40,000 a year. If you want to make 100K a year, you can make that. If you want to make 100K a month, you kind of define your destiny. So I just say, just really find yourself and do some soul searching and figure out what it is that you want to do and make sure that that's what you do. And there's nothing wrong with 2-year college or a technical college or a technical degree. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not saying don't go get the college experience. Yes, you can still do that. But if that's not really what you want to do, just make sure you follow your dreams and set yourself up for success and surround yourself with positive people, because that is so important. Like who you're around, who's in your circle, who your friends are. That's really, really important, especially in your high school years. So
Good.
yeah.
Thank you for dropping all those golden nuggets for our students. Hopefully they will take heed to it and do what they need to do, and they'll be successful too. We're always proud of our graduates, and you're one of those. You're one of those that's close to my heart. So thank you for coming on today. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me. And if anyone has any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me, get my information. I'll be more than happy to kind of guide you in the right way, right direction if you're interested in real estate.
Well, I actually have a few, so I might just send them your way. All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Wilson, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.